let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. Jamaican reggae artist and producer Sugar Minott died Saturday at the age of 54. His wife, Maxine Stowe, said he died unexpectedly in a Kingston, Jamaica hospital after complaining of feeling ill earlier in the day. No cause of death has been reported. Minott canceled a string of Canadian concerts in May because of health problems, reported to be angina. The smooth-voiced singer helped popularize reggae music in the 70s and the 80s, and was also a pioneer of the Jamaican dance hall scene, and was looked at as a mentor to young Jamaican artists. Born in 1956 in Kingston, Jamaica, his musical career spanned the globe when in 1979 he relocated to Britain for a few years as his hit Hard Time Pressure and River Jordan became hits in the UK. He returned to Kingston, Jamaica in 1983 and never stopped working. His albums from the 90s include Happy Together, Easy Squeeze, and Breaking Free. And a last album, A New Day, is scheduled for release in the next few weeks. And in Haiti on Monday, Haitians marked the sad anniversary of the 7.0 magnitude earthquake in the ruins of the presidential palace toppled by the quake. International supporters, including former U.S. President Bill Clinton, joined Haitian President René Préval in the remembrance ceremony. And in Cuba, the first photographs of former leader Fidel Castro appeared in public since he was taken ill 4 years ago. The pictures were taken by workers last Wednesday when the former Cuban leader made an announcement to visit the scientific think tank in Havana. Mr. Castro was also expected to make his first appearance on live television since 2006 later on Monday. And finally, the modern-day Catch Me If You Can 19-year-old American who is known as the Barefoot Bandit has now been in custody in the Bahamas since his arrest on Sunday following a high-speed boat chase. Carlton Harris Moore has been on the run for nearly 2 years in the United States before he flew a plane to the Bahamas just over a week ago. He is accused of dozens of cases of theft and burglary in America and the Bahamas for a short time since he was there. The so-called Barefoot Bandit is expected to make his initial court appearance in the Bahamas on Tuesday. And an update to the Barefoot Bandit. Is now being understood that the apprehension of Carlton Harris Moore was with the assistance of one of our own. Ben Johnson, a native of St. Thomas, spotted the Barefoot Bandit and called the Bahamas authorities, which led to the immediate capture of the 6-foot-tall, 5-inch Carlton Harris Moore, who's been on the lam for some time. And in this next story, I was not barefoot when I took a walk with nature enthusiast Alassi Davis, who's brimming over with knowledge about the Virgin Islands. And he needs our help, as we learn in this piece. Well, here I am with a good friend, Alassi Davis. A lot of people know this guy. If you're into exercising, into nature, into history, Alassi Davis is your man right here. He works for the University of the Virgin Islands, among many things that he does. What is your official title, Alassi?
At the university, it's a long name. It's really the Assistant Professor, Extension Specialist, Natural Resources. At this project, I'm the project manager for the Nature Trail.
Tell us a little bit about what the project is, and really why we're here is we're getting ready to have a trail cleanup, is what I understand. Yeah. So we're not only going to take a walk, get some exercise, get some air, and listen to some great lecturing from you about the history and the culture of this whole area, but we're also going to be cleaning up. Is that right?
Yeah. What we're doing, right now we're doing construction with bridge and the pavilion. 2 weeks ago, about a week ago, we had some students there doing some of the cleanup. As you know, I hiked through the Caribbean. I just came back from Guadeloupe, and I think it was 12-day exhibition with the Hiking Association. And so what we're doing here, we're building a trail which is about 1.5 miles and a loop, and for the public, and we got federal money to do that. So right now, I need all the volunteers because I'm the deadline to spend all the money.
All right, well, let's take a look at some of the work you've done so far.
We got 5 phases of the trail. The first phase is we planted trees. These are native trees. So we're doing forest restoration, forest replantation beside building the bridges. So that's one part of the project is planting trees. And in the University of the Netherlands, research experiment station is the one that grew the trees, and we plant the trees. And we manage the growth of the trees too as well. This particular tree, the common name, this is orange manjack. You could tell from the leaf itself. She is a native to the island. In the wild, these grow mostly on the southern part of the island. Well, right now, as you notice, this telephone pole is about 14 feet long, and the pole are 140 feet, and we have to cut them, and then a whole lot of force working with the pole in here, and the hole is about this hole here about 4 feet deep for the 14 feet, and the hole for the 5 feet pole is 3 feet deep. So this will be the foundations. So what we're doing, we fill this here in and we put the floor on top.
Okay.
And the pavilion will be about 14 feet high, the roof for the pavilion.
You're going to make a cement flooring?
No, it'll be a wood floor.
A wood floor,
yeah.
Like a bridge.
Yeah, bridge. And you have steps to go inside the pavilion. And in the pavilion, you'll have benches. It's really here to educate the public as they hike through the trail and learn about the natural history, the cultural history.
So tell us a little bit about what's going to happen this weekend. You've got an event coming out here, and this is sort of a call to the community to get them to come out and help you, aren't they?
Yeah, that's correct. We need all the help we can get. Is hard work, very fun, and at 7 o'clock on Sunday, July the 18th, we'll be here working to build the pavilion. It probably take a next week or two to finish the entire pavilion. And after we finish building this, we are building another big bridge about a mile from here down. Once that is built, then we clear on the eastern side of the trail, and we're getting ready for 2011, the anniversary for the food fair, be 40 years since in existence.
Oh, wow.
And so we want to get the whole area ready, because this part, the entire tree, we're using part of the fair too as well. So that's our goal, is to get that. But the main thing, I have to get the money spent, and therefore I need the whole of St. Croix, the whole of the world to come out and to help us build. If they could come out here on Sunday and build the entire thing, I'd be a happy man.
It would be more interesting than maybe saying watch this television show where they're building houses for other people. You can do it right here on St. Croix.
And for students who need those hours, you come here, you put in hours, and I will write a letter to a teacher or to a principal, and we get those hours.
You know, when I worked at the shelter, we would get a lot of students that would come in that would need to fill work hours, and this is one of the ways that they could do that, is by coming out here and helping Alasi Davis this weekend.
But not only that, there's people here who never do carpentry, never had a wheel work or a tool. So it's a learning process. So they're learning how to use chainsaws or different type of saws, a different type of tool. At the same time, they learn about the history, about plants and animals. So it's a really learning experience.
Very much a learning experience. We're glad that you brought us out here so we can get the community involved in this project for you this weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to come out here as well and spend some time with you and watch your progress and learn a little bit more about our beautiful Virgin Islands and some of the rich culture and history right here.
I want to give some of the panels, Native Conservancy, Extension Service, Department of Agriculture. We had the Cinco Hiking Association. We have many different panels. RC and D, can't forget them. That is panels for this particular trail.
It's an organization conglomerate. Come be a part of it. I'm Jerome Aegean for Channel 8 News, and Alasi Davis, Nature Man. And again, that's this weekend. We can learn, work, and exercise in a very healthy experience with Alasi Davis. And when we come back from this break, your Sports 411 is next. Stay with us.